renewable energy will be the future. I want to become a solar energy engineer. That sounds amazing. I'd love to be a sustainable fashion designer using eco-friendly materials.
Those are great choices. I'm thinking of becoming an urban planner, designing greener and smarter cities.
If we combine our ideas, we could create self-sustaining cities with eco-friendly fashion and clean energy. Exactly. The fashion industry produces too much waste, and I want to change that.
And if buildings could generate their own energy, we would reduce our dependence on fossil fuel.
I believe that in the future, new technologies will help people live in harmony with nature. The key is to start now by choosing sustainable lifestyles and careers.
Absolutely. A greener future isn't just a trend, it's our responsibility.
We need to find 2 points that belong to both planes. These points are usually intersections of lines contained within each plane.
Miss, how do we know which points are in common?
Great questions. We looked at the line contained within each plane. If a line from one plane intersects a line from the other plane, then their intersection is a common point. Once we have 2 common points, we simply connect them with a straight line. This line is the intersection of the 2 planes.
But what if we can only find one common point?
That could mean that the 2 planes are parallel or that they need to look for another common point.
Miss, is it possible for 2 planes to intersect but not have 2 common points?
That's a very smart question. But by definition, if 2 planes do intersect, they must share an entire intersection line, which means there are infinitely many common points along that line.
Now that we understand how to find the intersection of 2 planes, I want you all to apply this knowledge in a practical exercise. Are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Great! I'll divide the class into 3 groups, and each group will determine the intersection of 2 planes in pyramid as A, B, C, D.
Miss, our group worked on finding the intersection of planes SAB and SCD. First, we need to identify 2 common points between these 2 planes.
Since both planes contain S, the first common point is S.
Great! What about the second common point?
We noticed that these 2 planes also contain the line AB and CD. If we find the intersection of AB and CD, that will give us the second common point.
In the pyramid, AB and CD lie in the base ABCD and intersect at point N.
So, the intersection of planes SAB and SCD is the line SN.
Excellent! You followed the correct step, identifying 2 common points and connecting them to form the intersection line.
Our group worked on finding the intersection of SAC and SPD. Here's how we did it.
First, we identify a common point between the 2 planes. Since both contain S, the first common point is S.
Next, we observe that these 2 planes also contain the line AC and BD. Since AC and BD are part of the base ABCD, they intersect at point O.
Therefore, the intersection of planes SAC and SBD is the line SO.
Correct! You apply the same logical process as group 1. The intersection of these two planes is also the line SO.
Our group worked on finding the intersection of SBC and SAD. First, we identified two common points between these planes.
One obvious common point is S, since both planes pass through it.
Then, we observed that SBC contains line BC and SAD contains line AD. These two lines intersect at point T.
Therefore, the intersection of SBC and SAD is the line ST. Fantastic work! You all successfully identified the common points and connect them to determine the intersection lines. Today, you've learned how to determine the intersection of two planes by identifying two common points and connecting them. This is an essential skill not only in mathematics but also in real life.
Miss, do construction engineers also use this method when designing buildings?
Absolutely. When designing routes or intersecting parts of a building, engineers must determine the intersection of two planes to ensure proper alignment and stability.
I think this is also important in graphic design and 3D game development.
Exactly. In 3D modeling, the intersection of objects is calculated by finding the intersection lines in their surfaces, just like how we did today. You all did an excellent job today. Make sure to review today's lesson and prepare for the next class.